The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down now, it's Porter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Landry. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake, Landry. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air, Mond. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mon now off of play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Vikings send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The drive will start with an option going left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown. How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From his end zone is St. Brown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw on second down, Landry. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Mon. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Mon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Touchdown, Detroit! How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Mond. He's got Slayton on the slant. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Give to Cook out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
From the gun, here's Mond. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Mond. They're going for it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They try again with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Looking to throw. Landry. That one complete. He finds Shark. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's going to keep this again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
This out quickly to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Operating from the gun, Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mond out of the shotgun. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? And now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 78 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
To throw again on second down. Mond. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. From his end zone is St. Brown. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
To throw on 3rd down. Landry. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here's Mon. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Returnable here for St. Brown.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
2nd and 11 now.
Operating from the gun, Landry.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Landry. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. On the option to give to Swift here.
And some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this.